What's up, people? Louvrier back again. Today we're cooking a super simple fresh pasta dish, cacio e pepe. We're gonna make a beautiful dough with fresh eggs. Then we're gonna cook it and emulsify it with beautiful fresh cheese, pasta water. Let's get after it. All right, first things first, gotta crack the eggs. 5 eggs, 3 yolks, 2 whole eggs. One whole one, 2 whole ones. All right, we got our eggs in here. Now it's time to add the flour. We got our bowl on a little kitchen scale here. We're gonna add 300 grams of all-purpose flour. We're not using any fancy stuff here. Make it simple, stuff you have at home. Okay, now we're gonna put this in our mixer, get it started, and then we'll finish it kneading it on the board. All right, we're going to load it up into our stand mixer here. If you don't have a stand mixer, it's fine. You can do this whole process by hand. This is just going to take some of the legwork out of it for us. Lock it up, get that going. All right, so now the dough's come together. It's been kneaded around a little bit by the machine, but we're going to drop it onto our cutting board, give it a little hand knead before we wrap it up and let it rest. All right, so we got our cutting board floured up here so nothing sticks. When your dough is mixing in the stand mixer, if it's a little bit too dry, add a little bit of water. If it's a little bit too wet, add a little bit more flour. It's hard to judge exactly what the perfect combination will be. You just have to kind of be able to make a decision on the fly as to what's going to be the best. Now we have it on the board, we're just going to give it some hand kneading. So we're just folding it in half and then pressing it forward with our heel like this. All right, so we've been kneading around for 2, 3 minutes. Now it's time to let it rest. We're just going to form it into a loose ball, wrap it up in saran wrap, and pop it in the fridge for half an hour minimum, as long as a day if you want. All right, we've let our dough rest. Now it's time to roll it out. So we're going to take our ball of dough, we're going to cut it in half. It's a little bit more manageable size. We want to make sure it's well floured so it doesn't get stuck in the machine at all. And then we're going to start a machine out on the largest size, and we're just going to start feeding it through. We're going to try and send it through at each thickness twice. Okay, in between, make sure that it gets floured up again so it doesn't get stuck, like I said. Tighten it up 1 notch, send it through again 2 more times. I'm just going to keep repeating that, lowering it and running it through twice until we get to the desired thickness. Depending on how you like it, you can either leave it a little bit thicker or you can go as thin as you want. Second time. A notch down. Keep making sure it's well floured. So it starts to get a bit longer to make it manageable. You can just fold it up like that. Come down another notch. Cut that. I mean, we're not going to include all this cranking, I don't think, right? So you can probably stop. All right, so we're about to run it through the last time. Gotten down to the right thickness as we wanted to. And now we're almost ready to go. So once we run it through here, then we're going to run it through the cutter, and then we'll be ready to cook it. So we also already have a nice pot of water that's well salted there, ready to go, boiling for us. And we're almost set to start cooking. Hit it with a bit of flour, just to make sure that nothing gets stuck when we're cutting it. Okay. You've been filming this whole time? All right, now we're going to cut it into manageable lengths before we run it through the cutter. Probably maybe about a foot long each. Noodle length, whatever you like. If you like it shorter, cut it shorter. You like it longer, cut it longer. Okay, then now one at a time we're going to run it through this cutter. Okay, now we're going to run it through the cutter. We're making, I guess, linguine, you would call it. Run it through there. Boom. Next sheet. There we go. Maybe one more. Good stuff right there. All right, now we're ready to cook it. Okay, so we're going for a slightly non-traditional. Instead of Pecorino Romano, we're going to use Parmigiano Reggiano. Delicious Italian hard cheese, not going to make any big difference. Grate it up on the fine side of the box grater. You want to have a healthy amount because this is kind of the main seasoning of the dish other than the pepper. Just like that, that'll be great. All right, we got our water boiling. Pasta's ready here. We're going to drop it in. Just want to cook this for a couple minutes. We don't want it to get overcooked at all. Give it a little stir just to make sure it doesn't stick. 2 or 3 minutes. All right, pasta's been cooking for 2-3 minutes, depending on your pot and everything like that. Cook it how you like it. If you like it a little bit more or less cooked, do that. Okay, we're gonna scoop it out of here. Again, this is non-traditional. We're cheating a bit. Got a pan over here that has a bit of butter in it. We want to leave plenty of that starchy water in there. That's going to help emulsify everything together and make our nice sauce. Get all our noodles out. Okay. Hit it with some salt. Hit it with some freshly cracked pepper. Beautiful. Toss that all around. Now we're going to continue to toss it while we add some of this nice cheese in here. Get that all blended together. Okay, a bit more water in there. Nice and creamy sauce. Tiny bit more water. Okay, we're looking good now. Time to plate it up. Okay, time to plate it up. Nice creamy consistency here. Twirl it onto the plate. Nice. that. Top it with a little bit more cheese. There we go, folks. All right, dish is ready. Got our tasting expert. Let's see what she thinks. Looks like she approves.